It's okay not to like Ciri as the new lead. I've seen a lot of quote by a lot of Witcher fans that Ciri does not look different, or they say if she does, it's because of age. Well, you can look at this comparison of the two models side by side. One was from a decade ago and the other is now. You can tell that something is off. The eyes bulging out and the hair looks weird on her head. Hell, I even had to pause it in the trailer and question if it was Ciri. Just be a little bit honest. Something just feels different, look different. So many are saying that she's ugly, but I just think that the model is off. And it's not anybody's fault. It's not the public's fault. It's CD Projekt's Red fault. They could have taken a little bit more time and kept this cooking in the oven. Objectively though, this is a great rendered trailer, but it was underwhelming because it was not the best route they could have chosen. I mean, look at this crowd reaction.
A Witcher? Witcher! Whose coin did you take? Nay, you can't. 'Tis tradition. Chosen she is by the gods. No! You chose her.
Listen, when you switch a main protagonist for a trilogy, it's the expected reaction. And if you don't like the direction, you can stick with it. Don't let anyone tell you how you should react. The Witcher trilogy had a strong lead, and now we're moving to his daughter, which in most fantasies or any other fantasy would make sense. But when that said daughter can affect time, space, and can teleport, questions must arise. Her power surpasses most people in the same verse, including Geralt and Yennefer. So you ask, where did that power go? How will any monster stand to fight me? Me playing as Ciri. When you see the reactions of this crowd, I know in most of your minds you would agree. If this was Geralt, the excitement and the pop would be overwhelming.
On a company like CD Projekt Red over something as stupid as having a female protagonist, Ciri, take over the series, then that's when you know that they are frauds and they have crossed over into parody territory. They've revealed themselves. Their masks are off. Especially if you're complaining about, Ciri is not beautiful enough. She's totally ugly now. Accusations of ugly and girl boss, woke, and all these stupid terms that these people parrot. Just say you don't like women and you're fucking scared of women, you basement dwellers. Like I said,
to be honest, this is the reason why I'm making this video. I was really disappointed with Joe for saying this because it shows his divide from his fan base and his ignorance to what is going on in game media. There are three main reasons people would be cautious to Ciri as the lead, and it's not really misogyny. For one, Geralt is a really good charismatic lead, which if you followed the lore and games, you've been invested in him and his story and grew with him for years. And now he's a background character. Of course, we're probably going to see a cameo or two, but now you know that he's a background character, not playing as him, there is a level of disappointment. Next reason is because of Hollywood and the modern woke media pushing agendas. Since 2018, when feminism and cancel culture happened, the media and big companies leech out the trauma of women and have been making games and movies hoping that crowds of women go to the theater to support women stars. They put women in lead roles, exploiting the audience empathy and wanting to right wrongs done to women in the past, and line their pockets while doing so. Even though most of these projects, be it movies or games, aren't complete. They want to guilt said audience and force them to shut up, or as Joe put it, say they're misogynists, using name calling to shut up opinions. When are people going to wake up and realize this? These bag companies exploiting hurt put out mediocre quality with females leads, and so now we look at this and put a stereotype, and the audience, both male and female, is now thinking thoughts of negativity, and they're going to create a stereotype of mediocrity. And when they see female leads the audience will just disengage because of that stereotype. It's not really our faults, but these companies that are pushing these stupid narratives. Please tell me or list me 5 projects with good female leads in movies or games since 2020. You know, memorable and good, I should say. The audience doesn't hate women, but these companies put out incomplete stories with poor writing and fit these women in with no matter how contrived and expect us to swallow it. A square peg in a round hole. So of course people are worried for Witcher 4. Lastly, the last reason. I expected Alex on Joe's show though to have rebutted. Joe said it was obvious Ciri was the next up, but for book readers, not so much. And since Alex read the books, he should have said canonically, this doesn't make sense. It's a square peg. No female has survived a trial of grasses before in the history of the Witcher series. Hence no female witches. Why put Ciri, one of the strongest in the verse, who both Yen and Geralt care for, through this and risk her safety? You would need witches and mages who have knowledge of these trials, but they're all gone. So not only does she not need to do it because she's really powerful, but nobody knows how to. Going back to my point with Ciri, she is already powerful. Why would this be the natural course to put her through the trial which no woman survived, when all she needs to do is just pop a portal and kick the opponent through it? Already you're seeing them bend the rules for quote unquote women protagonists. Okay, if you want a female lead so bad, let us just create a new character. We'll create a customization and let us follow Ciri. Take us on a journey through these wonderful worlds, through her portals. Find new ingredients in other worlds or new ways of creating witches from visiting these said worlds. Eventually transforming us, the new player, into the new witcher, the new generation of witches. Starting the next trilogy of the series. We would be Ciri's protege. I mean, let's really or logically think about it. Ciri is too old to be a witcher, to go through the trial of grasses. This whole thing is CD Projekt Red just retconning the story. So no, you're not crazy or a misogynist in any way for disliking this. These companies need to do better and stop putting female leads in mediocre properties. Stop being so eager and write actually good stories. Right now there is a stereotype and the companies created it, not us. Companies created this stereotype of female leads leading poor projects and letting us just groan every time we see these strong female types. Anyways, let me know what you think. Like, comment, and subscribe.
To not like a game because you don't like Ciri, you think that she's ugly, and you would rather it be Geralt again, that's totally fine, and that opinion is completely valid because you are a fan of the art, and you have every right to have whatever opinion you have about what that is. You have every right to do that. It's the same as the opposite. The problem isn't that people think this, it's that they try to invalidate what other people think and tell them that they don't have a right to think that. Everybody has a right to think whatever they want.